So we are back to the second half of the London Place match between St. Joseph's College and Senanayake College. It's 7 points to 5 to St. Joseph's College. It's interesting to see what the coaches have to say for both teams. Have they corrected their mistakes and are they ready to go for the kill? So it's kick off here from St. Joseph's College, from Senanayake College. The ball lost forward there and advantage is being played by the referee. It's a scrum to St. Joseph's College. So it's if you look back the first half, some missed opportunities in terms of penalties and in terms of handling errors. Yeah, I mean, correct what you said. St. Joseph's are thinking about the bonus point, but then again, they should actually get their feet on the ground and just play on basics and like they worked the first try, they should continue that ploy and put more pressure on the boys from Senanayake.
Spot on, Stefan. They've just got to get about a 20-point lead and then try all the fancy stuff. Udumalagala going for a cliche run here, not giving it out, but nicely tackled there. A lot of aggression shown by Senanayake at the breakdowns today. Very slow ball again. Loopy pass. Picked up by Gunawardhan, who is under pressure but makes some sort of change to his defensive. To his body position there to secure the ball for St. Joseph's College somehow. Coming in from the side there, indisciplined play by Senanayake.
That was a good opportunity for Senanayake to actually get a penalty from there, but it was some indisciplined play, like you said. It's from the flanker there and avoiding the penalty, which will be fortunate for St. Joseph's to come out of jail there, because it's a very good opportunity there for Senanayake to get some points on board. There, the kick has been kicked out and it's a line out for St. Joseph's. It's nice conditions here at London Place. Looks like there will be some showers around the corner, but maybe later over the course of the day. What are your thoughts? Any changes you think St. Joseph's they'll just continue their normal play?
Normal, Stefan. Nothing they should change. They should just go back to what they've been doing against maybe Wesley College in the first game. Again, nice kick there. Knocked back there by Ravin, picked up by Vimukti. The stand-in, he's played really well today. Nice little offload to Hasuru, who's tackled around the ankles there, so he's knocked it on them. So poor play again by St. Joseph's College, but nevertheless good to see Vimukti there. Vimukti Rahul, who's normally plays at halfback, stepping into the centre position there. You can see a bit of a replay there. Lovely little step off his left foot. Offloads it there to Hasuru, who tries to fling a little ball inside, but it's knocked on by his teammate there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what DS have in store for the second half. I think they have had some good passage of play in the first half, and I think they scored a try through through the mistake of the St. Joseph's. So it's a good scrum there from St. Joseph's. Yes, they have won the penalty, and it's a scrum towards them. Some good play there by the forwards from St. Joseph's College. So I think looks like they will be using this play throughout the game.
Definitely, it's been very profitable for them. So I don't see any reason for them to not try that out. They've got to use their forwards, definitely dominating in terms of weight there. So if that's the advantageous point, they've got to exploit it and make these yards and get over, score a couple of tries, and then think about that bonus point. Because if you keep your mind on that bonus point, they're just going to go nowhere.
Actually, going back to that bonus point you mentioned, actually it won't be all lost if you look at it for St. Joseph's if they are able to win without the bonus point, because you kind of fancy Isipatana to beat Wesley College tomorrow, so it won't be all lost for them today. Some good play there from Senanayake forwards. Let's see if they're able to work the line, but no, the fly-up decides to go for the kick, and it's some messy play there from St. Joseph's and some pressure on there. So good play there from Senanayake. Let's see if they're able to steal the ball and work their forwards. No, it's some good defensive play there from St. Joseph's. They're able to hang on to the ball. Let's see if they're able to get out of jail and Yes, a good kick there from the fly off. Just able to get some distance and yeah, it'll be interesting if DS Senanayake if they are going to change their game plan for the second half because like I said earlier, it will be I mean if you look at it, I mean it will be St. Joseph's who will be having more possession of the ball like they did in the first half. So it will be interesting to see how they are going to cope up with the ball in play, with the ball in hand. So it will be interesting to see how the defensive work from St. Joseph's College. Here the line out has been stolen there from St. Joseph's College from their number 7 player. Some good play there.
Another break by Stefan. They're making so many yards there. Slow ball coming. This is frustrating for the Josephines. Spines again. There's Vishmita. Still going strong there. All the hours he spent at the gym now showing. And another knock on. But offside called by the referee. So they come back for a free kick. For a penalty rather. And I think a player is going to go into the bin for this. Has been continuous infringements. And the referee has obviously lost his patience. And you can see a bit of a replay there against St. Joseph's College. Nicely, for once we've seen Vishmita going hard there, and it's a yellow card. And will this be a pivotal point in the game? 10 minutes, the flanker of the Senanayake goes out, which means when a flanker goes out, the fly half has more time now. So we'll probably see Ravi now a little bit more relaxed because he won't have anybody coming to break his neck in half. And he'll have more time to get used to the playing conditions, because the problem for St. Joseph's, according to my analysis, lies in the first 5-8 position. They're very, very inexperienced boy playing today in Ravin Antonio. He's a good player, yes, but he's a little bit inexperienced, just playing his first season, and he's playing at first 5-8, which is such a key position for St. Joseph's College, and that's where the problem remains. And if this boy has got he obviously has a lot of potential, he's got to convert all that potential into effective gameplay. And we see a fantastic kick there by Kurumbula Piriya.
It'll be tough on the new lad actually, like you said, who's having his first season with St. Joseph's College. Let's see if this yellow card for the Senanayake will be a blessing in disguise for St. Joseph's, and whether they could capitalize on this opportunity and make it into points. So this is a line out which they have in the SS 22. There's some miscommunication there with the line out of St. Joseph's College. Again, it's some messy play there, and the ball has been but the ball has been stolen back by St. Joseph's College. Could they get this ball out and work the line? No, it's holding on, says the referee, holding on to the ball, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty towards DS Senanayake College. It's again another opportunity missed by St. Joseph's College.
Definitely, they've got another point, I must say, is that they've got to sort that line out, or I don't know what is happening. There are 2 games in a row. This is under 20 schools level, and it's not what is needed here. You've got to get that. That is basic rugby. You have to sort that out. If it breaks down there, the ball is never going towards the line. St. Joseph's College up 1 man have got to profit from this next 8 or 9 minutes. Terribly cooked through there. So both hookers today not having a good day. We've seen a very, very poor display of rugby technically speaking by both teams today. They haven't been very competent in terms of fundamentals and technicalities. And St. Joseph's, this is very questionable. I mean, the tactics they've come up with, obviously they don't have their main man Leonard De Silva, the coach who's gone to Japan, but I mean they're mature enough rugby players to sort this out by themselves and get some points on the board. It's been very poor so far by St. Joseph's College and equally by DS Senanayake.
If you look at it on the perspective of the Senanayake College, I think if I were in their shoes, I would kind of slow the game, since we are missing one player. Slow it for about 10 minutes and try to wait till the next their flanker comes back, and then put some pressure on St. Joseph's. But until then, Penalty one by St. Joseph, quickly taken there by the scrum half. A good play there by the number 8. Could they get it's a bit slow coming out there, but the ball is out finally for St. Joseph's College.
Turnover there, fantastic aggression shown in the tackle, and he rips the ball away from Tariq Salih's hand, and they survive. Good kick here, straight out. And there'll be a change now, refreshments coming on for DS Senanayake. We see WTMK Ranasinger who will come on the pitch for the hooker who is playing today, GN Jayaratna, who's had also a dismal day at the hooker position today.
Actually, it's the St. Joseph's College coach is being pretty angry with his boys. They're not able to do the bases correct, and very on his side. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing to see again. Another line out was almost lost there from St. Joseph's. I think it's a very messy play by both teams when it comes to the line out, and some good play there by St. Joseph's College. They're a couple of meters away from the try line.
Good defense, aggression showed in the defense. Kurumbula video, the long pass, beautiful tackle there coming in on Viraj Pereira. Over the top there, the referee, but saying that's fine. Ball with St. Joseph's College, picked up by Vimukti, who goes around. Ravin, 2 Milu Randula, tackle there, double tackle there. Ball still with St. Joseph's College, goes to the left side. Charmikara. Good tackle there. Advantage call for St. Joseph's College. They've got to keep this going. Stefan Gregory now with a little handoff there, but brought down. Vimukti going for a little charge, trying to make some meters. He's tackle. Kurumbula Pide. Now a chance. Tariq Salih being a little selfish there, but come back for penalty. Quickly taken by Stefan Gregory, who's nicely tackled at the ankles. That's the way to bring down a big man. Ravi in this time to Hasuru, who's tackled by 2. Goes into the ruck. Slow ball coming all day by St. Joseph's College. Now a chance. Akila there brought down Akila Pereira. DS Senanayake fans loving this, just laughing at St. Joseph's. This is just stupid play. This time they find a gap, almost through was Hasuru there, and straight over. That should be a penalty, but picked up the Devon Fernando. Now to Ravin Antonio, who spots a gap, passes this time, and finally St. Joseph's will score courtesy of Ramesh Priyanta. Finally they send the ball out. That is what everybody at London Place has been wanting for the Josephian side, and they finally delivered for everybody here who have their hands in the air, congratulating everybody. Finally a silent relief to see St. Joseph's College playing the ball. Stefan,
some super play there by the wing 3/4, and I think it's a ploy which they finally got it sorted out, because if you look at it, they missed a couple of opportunities before this. They were unable to get the ball towards the guy in the corner, and they were just stuck in the middle. Finally they got the ball towards the wing 3/4 on the left corner, and very deservedly scoring the second try of the game. Actually, going back to the moment just before the try, there was a superb try-saving tackle by the DS Senanayake player. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a replay of that. It was a fantastic try-saving tackle on the left corner. Let's see with the conversion here. It's short, and DS Senanayake will have to pick themselves up and get the points on the board. So it needs 12 points to fight St. Joseph's College. They look ready to go on. They look ready to score more tries. So obviously the momentum now lies in St. Joseph's College.
Yeah, you saw a good shot of Nalaka Virakodi, the kicking coach, the backs coach as well, just telling Ravin Antonio, hit the game line at pace and run flat. Just run hard and flat at the game line and try to gain some yards. What he's doing is just standing on his heels. He's not even running up to the ball, which is slowing down the whole line. He's got to hit the game line at pace. A deep restart here. Straight to Kurumbula Pide. Kurumbula Pide, as always, makes yards. He's a player like Charles Pietau for the Blue. Chance now, and he's dropped it. Vishmita Piris skipper for St. Joseph's College. Wriggles his way, makes it down. Got to hit the game yard and goes this time. Tariq Sali, quick tap near the ankles, brought down. St. Joseph's College with the ball. Knock on there by St. Joseph's College. Oh my goodness, Tariq, they're trying to be the scrum half and just knocks it on. Very, very disappointing for St. Joseph's College, who had front foot ball and had an opportunity to fling the ball wide because they had a bit of an overlap on the open side, but they couldn't capitalize.
I guess Rich, you could say this is the story of the match for St. Joseph's College. A lot of position with the ball, a lot of promising moves there, but they are unable to actually continue the passage of play and scoring twice. We see here another player coming off. Beg your pardon, sorry. He's got back to his feet and he's back onto the pitch. It's an opportunity here for Senanayake to put more pressure on St. Joseph's College. Let's see how well they could use this scrum. I think it's if you look at today's set plays, it's been very disappointing from both sides of play. Maybe they missed a trick here because through your set places you can do a lot of damage to the opposite side. So if you look at it on today's passage of play, both teams were unable to do even a slight of it today.
Definitely, they haven't been able to do anything in terms of St. Joseph's. They've been countered fantastically well through the aggression shown by DS Senanayake at the breakdowns, clearly being the better team at the breakdowns today. And in terms of DS Senanayake, they haven't had much of the ball. They have had it a few times. They've run pretty fast, made a couple of yards, but they haven't had continuity in their game. So it's been a dismal performance by both teams, but St. Joseph's College just edging it out 12-5 currently.
Actually, it's what I was thinking is both these teams, they look very confident when it comes to a scrum, but when it comes to line out, they look very nervous. They are not sure actually what they're supposed to do. So when it comes to scrummage play, they look like a safer choice to go for.
Exactly. So we'll see St. Joseph's College. Again, the referee calling the two captains and telling them to sort this out. Of players will start going to the bin. Got to be strong enough. And we can see the player was in the sin bin now goes back onto the field. 12-5 here. We got a lot of time remaining in this game. Anything can happen. DS Senanayake just behind by 7 points. A solitary try. And if they can score the try, then this whole game changes.
Actually, it's St. Joseph's were only able to score one try in that passage of 10 minutes where the DS Senanayake flanker was out for 10 minutes. So, do you think they could have got more points than getting one try?
No, I guess the way they were playing, it wasn't very peachy for them, but they made sure they got at least one try. So that's something, some sort of positive to look at. Break down the blind side, scrum up, very good, nicely tackled there. Brought down, and you can't do that. You can't get tackled and get up, but the referees missed that. But the referee knows best. No acting scrum off there. Pick and go now by the DS Senanayake forwards. Another pick and go. This time goes past Stefan Gregory. Don't really see that much. Flings it wide, hitting the game line at speed, and a chance now for DS Senanayake, but he slips. And it's a turnover. It's a knock-on actually. St. Joseph's College ball. Asuru Gunawardhan takes it up, pick and go. Tracks a couple of players. Advantage played to St. Joseph's College. Kurumbala Pitya clears. He got a lot of yards on that, but straight. Also, advantage looks to be over. And he returns it straight back now to Ravinand, to Akila Pereira, who tries to get away, but nicely tackled. I can see, and have DS Senanayake turned over the ball. Risky here, tackled. St. Joseph's College on the back foot, but they still have the ball. DS Senanayake trying to be very aggressive. I think they've turned over. Yes, they have. And oh, it's very, very close. They're down there. Pressure for St. Joseph's College. DS Senanayake haven't had a better chance to score in the second half than this. Pick and go, but pushed right back. Now goes Nicely tackled there, not going anywhere. Should be flinging the ball out, and he's knocked it on. But he goes back for the previous knock on. So he's playing advantage there, and you can see the big man down there for St. Joseph's College, Stefan Gregory. It's about this time of the game that he goes down with those little niggles and those little cramps he gets. But he's got to stay on the field because this is very, very this is a very pivotal period of play here, because if DS Senanayake can somehow turn the tables and score a try, St. Joseph's College are in the risk of getting eliminated from the competition.
Wow, some fantastic play there from DS Senanayake College. I think there's a clear weakness with the defense of St. Joseph's College, and I think DS Senanayake clearly identified that now, and that's why they're adding more pressure towards St. Joseph's College. The referee has just paused for a while as the Josephian players pulled up for cramps. But if you look at it, you have to give it to DS Senanayake. I mean, they have been kind of lost all the games for this season, and to pull out could be this is their best performance of the season. To pull it off in the final game is actually a tribute to them.
Absolutely, there's no two words about it. They've been dominated by other sides throughout the season, never had a chance of winning any game, but today they've turned the tables on St. Joseph's College, who look very, very poor today, and they've come in with the lack of focus. Showed intent earlier, but they just haven't capitalized on what they did in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game, where they missed 2 chances right in front, and they're going to pay for it. They've got a couple of penalties, turned that down, tried to look for the big ones. But they're just 12-5, and a solitary try away is DS Senanayake from tying this game up. So attacking chance now for DS Senanayake. Everybody's behind DS Senanayake. Might see a number 8 break here. Not a tidy scrum, but picked up there. Good tackle coming in there. DS Senanayake with an opportunity, going for a little pick and go. Another pick and go, but strong. There are all those R's in the gym coming out now. Knock on, ball turned over, and they clear it towards touch. And the referee comes back for the knock on, but I think St. Joseph's wouldn't have mind that ball being a line out all the way in the middle. But it's a knock on by DS Senanayake. Have they blown their chance at winning this game? Because they would be very disappointed if they can't come back from this passage of play with at least 3 points to make it closer. So a defensive scrum now for St. Joseph's College. Change the scrum off. You can see Vimukti Rahul has gone back to his customary position. Got to just clear it from here and then start again.
Yeah, like you said, it's very disappointing that the Senanayake couldn't get any points on that move. They were on the 22 of St. Joseph's for a good amount of time, but they failed to actually make turn those into points. It's a change now for St. Joseph's College. It looks like their skipper is I'm sorry, I've been told that it's blood bin and he's getting some treatment from the doctors there. He's patched up and is ready to go. Very important passage of play here for St. Joseph's College. It'll be important to see how far they could get out of this 22 year, and if they could actually pile up the pressure throughout to the set pieces, and as they need a couple of tries to actually get the bonus point, as Witz mentioned earlier. But actually a well moved scrum there from DS Senanayake. It's been turned over, and this is adding one more pressure for St. Joseph's College. Let's see if DS Senanayake are able to some good play from DS Senanayake. It's referee says it's open play, so let's see if yes, it's St. Joseph's College who are able to collect the ball and able to kick for. It's Let's see if St. Joseph's College can. Yes, it's a good pass there for St. Joseph's. A good run here from the wing three. I'm sorry, it's a skipper here. But referee calls back play. Yeah, I've been told that it's a forward pass there. It's a scrum to Senanayake.
Yes, flat ball. We can see the replay now. That looks fine. Oh, that is very, very flat and close. Forward pass call there, but a very, very flat ball. But nevertheless, it must be said that the referees know best. Oh, and there's a big injury for him. Either it's cramp or he's just pulled his hamstring. I think it looks like his hamstring. That's a bad loss for the DSN. I can see the anguish on his face. That looks like he's pulled his hamstring there. That's at the key position as well. The first 5-8 for them. But he's back on his feet. Take him a couple of minutes to know whether he's pulled his hamstring. But it looks like he's got cramp. And yeah, he's lucky because he's got cramp and not pulled his hamstring.
I think if you look at it, it's been a long, hard season for all these lads. They've been working for the last couple of months, and you see all those hours put in practices. You see a lot of cramps being pulled out. Understandably, as they've been having a hard season, long season for these schoolboys, and it's a scrum to the Senanayake. It will be interesting if they could actually. Score some points from this move. It would be would add on more pressure to Joseph's College.
So the crowd really getting into it. It's DS versus St. Joseph's here at London Place. Ball with St. Joseph's College. Oh, penalty advantage to it's a knock on actually, and we'll have another scrum down. Very, very scrappy play. Senanayake are frustrated St. Joseph's throughout the day. They come in with a game plan like that and effectively carrying that out.
Actually, the crowd is very tense today at the London Place. I think majority you could say are from St. Joseph's College, and understandably it is a crunch game for St. Joseph's. They know this is a do-or-die game. They have to win to put pressure back on Wesley College, who will face Isipatana College later on this weekend. It's a ball to Senanayake, so where you work there. It's a good pass, it's a good tackle there for St. Joseph's College, where the Senanayake player was unable to pass the ball. It's a forward pass and it's a scrum to St. Joseph's College. I think it's St. Joseph's should actually just take it cool from here, and I think they have been too anxious. They should just have a team talk for a quick minute and just get the lads ready and say everything is okay, guys. Let's start from here and let's take it from here.
Yep. Before that though, they've got to get into the Senanayake half, because they don't look like they're going to score a breakaway try from here and run about 70 meters and score. So yeah, they got to get on to the Senanayake half first, and then probably try what they can do, because they're running out of time. They've got to score another try to make this comfortable, because if Senanayake, who look like the team who are going to score here, they look like the more positive side, it's going to be very, very difficult for St. Joseph. Oh, knocked on there, and a chance now for Senanayake. Tackle the advantage for Senanayake. Knock on advantage. And a penalty right there coming in from the side. Oh no. This is going to be points. They've got to go for points. But no, they've taken the quick tap. Not 10 called. And I think now they will take the points. They have to take the points. It's the most sensible thing. They've got to take this. It's just up towards the left, upright, and yes, they've done the sensible thing. Get closer and then try and do something from there. Brilliant chance for Senanayake to cut this gap down to 4 points.
I think sensible play there from Senanayake, very correctly going for the points, because if you get the 3 points here, then the difference will be only 4 points, and from there anything can happen. So some good sensible play there from DS Senanayake as they're going for the penalty. Actually, it's going back to the tries that St. Joseph scored. They have actually used their forwards very well as their power forward. I'm a bit confused why they're not using that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Actually, it's the referee is actually trying to get this sorted out by the Prashant. It was actually a penalty, so DS Senanayake, but they actually kicked it towards their corner wing 3, and he has actually scored a try, which is a bit not sure how the rules goes as it looks something which I'm seeing the first time here at London Place. So correctly, even the referees are trying to sort out what has actually happened here, and is it actually possible to do something of what DS did today just now. Ritz, what are your thoughts on that?
I've never ever seen it before, and oh, it's a reversal of a penalty. So sanity does prevail. You cannot do that. You cannot kick directly to another teammate off a penalty, and that's what they did. If they went for the post and it was unsuccessful, and then it went to a player, that's not a problem. But he purposely kicks it long. Got to attack, counter attack is what is needed. Offside, he's kicked it beautifully there, found space, into touch, good play by I think the man of the match for St. Joseph's in terms of St. Joseph's College. Vimukti Rahul has been the far better player, and yes, Stefan, just trying to replay what I said earlier. You can't kick the ball directly to one of your teammates. If you go for the post and you miss it and it bounces around and then somebody takes it, that's indirectly when your player takes it. Then yes, it's a try. But this, you could see definitely kick it straight to him, which means you can't do that. Overcooked this time, the line out. Tariq Salik takes it. Now, Ravin, they've got space. Hasiru straightens the line. Taken down nice and low. Picked up by Bope Arachi. Wrapped around near the ankles. Gets up and goes though. Good yards by the youngster there. Big chance there. Lovely little banana kick there. Under pressure. Beautifully tackled. Nice and low. He's holding on blatantly there. But the referee doesn't call it, and DS Senanayake defense gets back. But there's a turnover. Ooh. I have no comment on that. That looked very close to.
Yes, I was a bit confused. What was the reason that referee did the whistle there?
Basically, the game rules is as soon as you're tackled, you let go of the ball. And the player, as soon as he tackles, lets go, and you can come around and once again try and get him. But what happened was Suchinta tackles him, and he's out. He releases. The player gets tackled, holds the ball and keeps it down. And then the defensive partner comes in and tries to get the ball. But the player did look like he had his hands on the ball, preventing him from getting access to the ball. But we've probably seen it wrong. The referee knows best. Once again, a poor line out collected by the replacement hooker Johnson for St. Joseph's College. Loose play. Goes in for a big hit this time. And a penalty there. Not releasing. Bodies all over.
Very disappointing play there from St. Joseph's College. For they are not releasing the ball, says the referee, and it's a penalty towards DS Senanayake, and it's a very messy play from both sides of players when it comes to the line out set play. A set play not utilized actually at all. If you look at it over the course of the whole game, both teams were unable to do anything with the line out. Again, another line out to actually DS Senanayake. Let's see if they could work something out and add on some pressure. It's been the story of the day. Another messy line out actually to DS Senanayake. But referee plays on, and it's ball carried forward by the forward. The ball is out there. It's not The referee calls back play. He brings back play. A penalty given forward, and I think a player is going to be sent sin bin. It's one of the Josephian forwards. Yeah, the player is coming from the side, so the referee had no option there to give a yellow card to St. Joseph's College. Rich, could this be the turning point of the game? A very crucial time of the game where St. Joseph's kind of have lost the grip of the game, and now it's DS Senanayake who are actually attacking, and with the man advantage here. It won't be surprised me if they could score some points here.
Yep, so DS Senanayake definitely bonus on them now to score some points. Tariq Saleh calling the defense. And offside call again. Now will they go for the points? Quick tap taken again. Runs cross. Not a good ploy there. Should have run straight. Tackled. St. Joseph's College hearts are pumping. DS Senanayake on the front foot. This time a chance for St. Joseph's. They've got to clear their lines now. Slow the game down because DS Senanayake on the cusp of winning this game, or the drawing this game, and it'll be a brilliant result for DS Senanayake, but it'll be tremendously disappointing for St. Joseph's College. The wise old heads have to come into this game. They've got to know that they've got to slow this down. But a fantastic kick once again from Kurumbala Piriya, who's made at least 30 meters for his side.
Actually, it's a very disappointing to see so many mistakes from both set of teams today. It's just, I just lost count of how many mistakes that these players have made, and it's so many penalties that the referee is awarding, and it's a very disappointing aspect on the game. So it's another opportunity here for St. Joseph's College with their line out. Let's see if they could actually work something out with this line out. But if you go back to the penalty, that was very confusing to all of us. If DS have actually got the 3 points on board, it would have been a different game by now. But here the line out has been won by DS Senanayake, and it's a terrible kick there from the fly off there, and it's a ball given to the St. Joseph's player. Let's see if they could get this ball out and work the line. Yes, it's a good run there. Unfortunately, it was pushed forward there from the St. Joseph's player, and it's a ball given back to DS Senanayake. Yeah, it's a very good kick. Now it's collected here from the fullback of St. Joseph's College. He's having a fantastic run. Now it's been put down there by a good tackle. Let's see, the ball is been released soon. That's very good play there from St. Joseph's. Let's see if they could. That was a head-on collision. That's a good kick there from the St. Joseph's player. Let's see if he could run down and score. Now it's well collected here from the DS Senanayake fullback. Ball well collected. Let's see if he could get some good distance here. A good tackle here from St. Joseph's player. Ball collected here. Advantage towards St. Joseph's College. So good pick and run there from the St. Joseph's come off. Is it here? Oh, it's. Has it been the story of the game so far for St. Joseph's College? So near yet so far, but it's been so disappointing. A fantastic run there from the scrum off there, superb run, giving a hand off there to his opposite number, but that last pass was so crucial there. Unfortunately, it didn't go on the same with St. Joseph's College. I have a very disappointing Josephian next to me. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh my Jesus Christ, I was almost about to throw the kitchen sink at Hasuru Gunavardhan. All he had to do is complete the catch there, and he had the try line just hop, skip and a jump away. But not happening for St. Joseph's College. Here there's players down, but yes, that's why I picked him as man of the match there today. Vimukti Rahul for St. Joseph's College started at outside centre, been pushed over to his normal position as the halfback, and he's been ruling the game for St. Joseph's College. Him and Shamil Kurumbulapidi for me, both of them have stepped up today in this bad time for St. Joseph's College. And yes, definitely Rahul has done a lot for St. Joseph's College. That break almost securing the win for them.
It's another player coming off. Beg your pardon, he's back onto his feet. Good spirit there from the DS Senanayake flanker, who was actually sin-binned earlier, and he's back to help his lads as a crucial scrum here for the both set of players. I think if St. Joseph's could get just 3 points from here, should be game set a match for them. But see that they're running out of ideas and they're a bit confused as to how they should go on with. But here the scrum to DS Senanayake. Good pressure there from St. Joseph's College. Let's see, the ball is out here and it's the fly after the kick. Referee has hold back play. It's actually penalty to it's offside there from St. Joseph's College. So we come into the final seconds of the game, and we see that both set of teams are making a lot of mistakes here. I understand that both of them are very anxious to get a win on the board and actually being loaded towards their respective schools. So it's another line out for St. Joseph's College. They have been absolutely poor in that aspect. I beg your pardon, it's another line out for DS Senanayake, but then again, both set of teams have not actually done too much with the line out, and you could see that that's been the story of the game. Obstruction there, what I see, but the referee has kind of missed that out. A kick towards now for St. Joseph's College. Let's see what they could do with this move. It's lost forward there, and it's a penalty. It's very messy play from St. Joseph's College, which I think they're under a lot of pressure here. They're under tremendous pressure, and if we go back to the first half, where they actually had a good plan and they used their forwards well and scored a fantastic first try. As we hear the both set of fans cheering on to their teams on this match at London Place. It has come wheels come there from St. Joseph's, but DS Senanayake still holding on to the ball. Let's see how they could get the ball out, and it's a kick towards the corner left on the St. Joseph's side.
Yes, poor reading of the game there. He's put it straight out, and unfortunately they've lost a few meters as well, taking the pressure off St. Joseph's College. They're of course one less here, so they're doing well to hang on here to the last few minutes in the game. Have to slow the game down, play in the DS Senanayake half, be sensible about this St. Joseph's College. Light is also pretty much fading at CRNFC. Line out. Poor line out again. But tackle there, sacked was the scrummer for DS Senanayake. Backs against the walls of St. Joseph's College. Good kick there, right into space. Brilliant kick there, good spot. Bounce favouring St. Joseph's in the end. Kurumbulapidi spots a bit of space. Nicely played. Tackle there, brought down. Loose play again. We've seen a lot of that. Knockback, says the referee. There's a lot of space if he can just kick it. And he goes again and he does it full out. So poor play twice in a row by the DS Senanayake first 5-8. Oh, but ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the end of the game. So DS Senanayake throwing away the ball. So poor play by them, but nevertheless St. Joseph's College winners here 12-5. Dismal game of rugby by both the sides, but I guess the team with a bit more quality from the lack of quality we saw today by both teams have won this game. And yes, St. Joseph's College now have a chance to go through, depending on whether Wesley College can beat Isipadana College tomorrow. The GAT game will be at 4:30 at CRNFC. We also have the Bradby between Trinity College and Royal College, which is going to be another cracker played at Royal College Sports Complex. So interesting to see what will happen there. But nevertheless, St. Joseph's College have won today. Not the best of play, but they've got the win on the belt, and now they'll be hoping that Wesley College lose against CC Padana College. My name is Yitzhak De Silva, and I'm with Stefan De Costa. We are from thepapre.com, sharing the passion.